how you write your motivation letter when you're applying for a student visa to the German consulate can determine if your application can be approved expressly or can be denied. Now, a lot of you might be wondering, how does the motivation letter plays a part in the result of the outcome of my application when applying to the German consulate? Now, you need to understand that when you go for an appointment at the German consulate, you are asked a couple of questions. In some cases, you are given some tests to write. But then you need to understand that when the outcome is determined, you are not present. So the visa officer goes through your motivation letter to see if what you said during your application or during your appointment tallies with what's in your motivation letter. Now, you need to understand that writing a motivation letter for applying to a university in Germany is different from the one you're using to apply to the consulate when you're applying for a visa. They are two different things, so don't mix both of them. If you do, you're getting a rejection. So I'm just going to tell you a couple of things you need to know when writing your motivation letter for the German consulate. If you're ready, let's dive right into this video. Now, the first thing you want to do is the address. So you want to address to the right authority. So in this case, I'm going to be using an example of the embassy or the consulate in Nigeria. So I'm using my letter which I used here. This was the letter I used, motivation letter I used during my time when I applied for visa to the German consulate. So the first thing you want to do is the address. So usually it's the Consulate General of the Embassy of Federal Republic of Germany, and then you put the address and all of those stuff. It shouldn't be new to you. And then now the body of your motivation letter follows. Now, your motivation letter is not your CV. You don't want to start writing, my name is this, I finished from this university, I graduated with a second class upper or second class lower or whatever grade you graduated with. No. Or you're writing, I worked at this place, No one is asking for your work experience in your motivation letter. That's the reason for your CV. So your CV carries all of those information, your name, what you graduated with, your course, your program, all of those kind of things, your work experience, not your motivation letter. Now, the first paragraph in your motivation letter, you want to start talking about your course. So why exactly are you going for that course? In my case, I went for entrepreneurship and innovation management. Now, what exactly is leading me to apply for that course? So why do I want to study that course? So I have to talk about my likeness for that course, what I'm going to gain from that course in the future. And secondly, how that course is going to impact in my home country. That's how it's going to be impactful in my own country, like economy-wise, since it's a management course. So that's the first thing you should be talking about in the first paragraph of your motivation letter. The reason why you chose that course, why you like that course, and how it's going to be impactful in your country, and why you think getting that degree from Germany or a German university is what you really want. Now, you need to get that straight. And once you're able to do that, you move to the next paragraph and then you start talking about why that particular university. Why did you pick that particular university? It could be any university in Germany. It could be TUM, it could be TU Darmstadt, it could be Hochschule Worms, it could be any university in Germany. But why exactly did you pick that particular university? Why didn't you pick some other one? Is it because, in regards to this, maybe because the course is like business oriented, so he chose that university because their approach is like a business school and it's relatable and it's more theory related than practical related than theory related. So if that's the reason why you chose that university, then you have to put it in your motivation letter. Mind you, your motivation letter should be just one page. So you don't want to write so many informations because the visa officer just want to scan through your letter and just see in details what you wrote. No one is going to have time to start reading 2 or 3 or 4 pages of motivation letter. It's always one page. So that's what you want to do. Use that opportunity to, why am I going for this university? Why exactly that university? Why that city? And then you can also talk about maybe the professors. You can talk about the models because you like the models. Apparently, you went to the website of the university and the the department, so you like the modules and you like the approach towards that course. So you could also say that. Now, the last paragraph of your motivation letter should state what you intend to do on the successful completion of your program. So in my case, I said, I aim to apply a fresh, sound, and sustainable management approach to the business world in Nigeria, which is my home country. I also intend, to build up my company and utilize the experience gained, because that's the reason why I'm studying entrepreneurship in the main place, to understand certain entrepreneurial strategies in building my own company. And secondly, I want to also immerse myself in the German culture, learn the language, and all of those kind of stuff. You need to make the visa officer understand that you want to gain all of these kind of things when you're finally done and you're returning back to your home country. And also, you let the visa officer know that you're going to network, because you're going to meet professors, you're going to meet international students from different countries of the world, which will make good use for networking, in the future. So when you're able to tell the visa officer knows what you're coming to do in Germany, and not like you just want to come here to just stay or maybe leave permanently. Now you're telling the visa officer that after you complete your program, you intend going back to your home country. And if you're able to structure your motivation letter for the embassy in this way, trust me, your visa officer will be smiling while going through your document, and I'm telling you, get your visa approved. And one thing you should also know is that whatever thing you are saying during your appointment should also tally with what's in your motivation letter. You don't want to be saying something that's not related to your motivation letter during your appointment. Once you do that, then that's already a problem. So try to study your motivation letter so that when you have your appointment, you can also say the same thing that's in your motivation letter, so you don't say different things. Because like I said in the earlier part of this video, when your documents are being checked, you won't be there. So your motivation letter speaks volume. And then what you said during your appointment, once it tallies, then that's a good one for you. So stick to what I just told you, and if you have any questions pertaining to writing your motivation letter, you can leave it in the comment section and I'll respond to them. Also, I'm not saying you can't use ChatGPT or like AI in coming up with motivation letter. You should use it as a writing partner, not just copying and pasting, because once you do that, you need to understand that the visa officer will know that those are generic words you got from the internet. So, but there's nothing as good as or real as when you write your motivation letter and you can relate to it, and during your appointment, the visa officer can also relate to what you're saying. So stay original. That's what I'm trying to say, and not just copy and paste from the internet. So if you're able to do this, I assure you that your visa will be approved, like I said. This is why I call it a wrap. My name is Evalsam Eta, aka Stamistics. If you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, do well to hit the subscribe button. Share this video so it gets to a wider audience, so other persons can learn from this. Also, do well to give this video a thumbs up by hitting the like button down below. Until the next time, I love you guys. Stay focused, stay motivated. Adios.